Hello friends, welcome back to Online Math. We're going to be solving this equation right here. So this is root x divided by x is equal to 25. So what will be the value of x that will satisfy this equation? Okay, so this is just cool. And then of course, before we proceed, if you're new to our channel, do want to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and then turn on the notification icon so that whenever we release new content, you actually get to know about it. Okay, so moving on, I'm actually going to utilize the rule of indices, which of course say that if you have something like this root a, you can actually write this as a power 1 over 2. Okay, so I'm actually going to write this root s as x power 1 over 2 divided by x, and of course is equal to 25. So moving on from here, if you remember the rule of indices, also the division rule, where we have, let's say, e power m divided by e power n, you can actually simplify this as e power m minus n. Okay, so if I utilize that here, since they have the same base, I can actually write that as x power 1 over 2, and then minus the power of x here is actually 1, so I'm actually going to subtract that from there, and this will be equal to 25. Okay, so moving on, I will perform this operation right here. So half minus 1 will be minus half. Okay, and it's equal to 25. Next, I will just go ahead to raise both sides to power negative 2. Okay, and if I do that, this is actually going to be multiplied by negative 2. Okay, it's equal to 25 raised to power negative 2. So that if I simplify further, minus multiplied by minus is plus. And then of course these two cancel these two, then I'm left with x power 1, which is same as x, and that will be equal to, I can also simplify this as 1 over, so this stuff right here is 1 over, then 25 power 2. Okay, x is going to be equal to 1 over 6 to 5. And so moving on, in one of my videos I actually showed you guys how you can solve any simultaneous equation using a particular simple trick, which does not require you to understand how to use the elimination method or how to substitute or even graphical method. So with this simple trick, you can actually solve any simultaneous equation. So in less than 5 seconds you are done. So that's what I'm going to use to solve this. And so how you just do that is this first variable here, that is the first unknown, now becomes equal to, you just use the coefficient of y here to multiply this term over here. So and that is going to be 2 times 26, and that will be equal to 52. Okay, and then minus, you use this term here to multiply this one over here, and that's actually going to be minus 4 times 42. And when you do that, you're going to be having minus 168. Okay, and then divided by, so at this point you use this term to multiply this one, and that is actually going to be 2 times 5, which is 10. Okay, minus, use this 3 here to multiply this negative 4, and that will be equal to minus 12. And once you are done with this multiplication, you can just go ahead to simplify. So this is actually going to be 52, and then plus 168 divided by 10 plus 12. Okay, so which will give us equal to, this is the numerator is 220, okay, divided by 22, which eventually x is actually going to be equal to 10. Okay, so you can use any of the methods you know on solving a simultaneous equation, whether substitution method, elimination method, or even graphical method. You're actually going to be seeing that x is equal to 10. And then once you've gotten the first value, the value of one of the unknowns, you can just go over to any of the equations and then substitute the unknown. So let me just write equation 3, equation 1 right there. So that is 3x plus 2y is equal to 42. Okay, so if I do that, if I write that here, so this is 3x plus 2y is equal to 42. So if I replace x equal to 10, so this is now going to be 3 times 10 plus 2y is equal to 42. Okay, and eventually this is now going to be 2y is equal to 42, and then of course I'll subtract this, that is minus 30. Okay, 2y is equal to, okay, so this is 12, which of course when you divide through by 2, you're actually going to be seeing that y is equal to 6. Okay, so you can see that we've got here that x is equal to 10 and then y is equal to 6. You can actually use these two values and then go over to the equations we have right there, and then confirm that it does satisfy that. Use this trick anytime you want to solve a simultaneous equation, and then life is good for you. And then finally on this video, we're actually going to be exploring this beautiful mathematical expression. So how do you simplify this? There are about 2 methods I'm actually going to be using to solve this, and then we actually see the one that gives us the correct answer. Okay, so let me just use method 1. But okay, so in the first method, someone would actually want to start from here, and then of course when this person start from the brackets, so this remains the same, 2 power 2 divided by 8 into 2. Let me just put multiplication right here, and then 5 plus 7 there is equal to 12, and then from there we proceed to simplify this, so that we're going to be having that 2 power 2 divided by 8 times 12 is actually going to be giving us 96. Okay, and then of course we have 2 power 2 here is equal to 4 divided by 96. So when you do this division, 4 divided by 96, this is actually going to be giving us 1 over 24. What do you think about this method? Is it correct? I want to have your opinion at the comment section, and then we'll proceed to the second method. And of course, I'm actually going to be introducing an important rule that actually tells you the order with which you need to solve this kind of problem, that is containing an exponent and also containing other mathematical operation. So you can see we have an exponent here, we have parentheses, we have a division, and we also have addition. So that rule is the PEMDAS. Okay, so the PEMDAS, when each of these letters are just representing operations in mathematics. Okay, so P here represent parentheses, and then E here is exponent, and M here is multiplication, and D here is division. Okay, and A here is addition, YS here is subtraction. But then the rule also states that when you want to perform this multiplication and division, it has to be ordered. So that is, you need to do the one that comes first, moving from left to right. Like in our case, so the question we have is 2 power 2 is divided by 8 into 5 plus 7. Okay, now you want to solve a problem where multiplication and addition is involved. So if you are going from this left to right, you need to perform the operation that comes first. That is, if multiplication comes first, you have to do that first. If division comes first, you have to perform division first, and that also applies to addition and subtraction. So let's see if we can use this rule to simplify this problem, and then we'll find out what value we are going to be getting. So the first one here is parenthesis, so we go over to this parenthesis and then simplify the stuff inside the parenthesis. So I'm going to keep this one as it is. So this is 2 power 2 divided by 8, and then the stuff I have inside here is just 5 plus 2, and that is 12. Okay, and then I'm going to put multiplication right here. So you can now see that this collapses to only division and then multiplication, but then we have an exponent here, and after parentheses we are supposed to simplify exponent. So we move ahead to simplify this. 2 power 2 is just 4. Okay, divided by 8 multiplied by 12. So next we have division and multiplication. So when you look at this, please, multiplication actually comes first in this arrangement, but the rule states that you have to follow the order from left to right, and in this case you can see that division comes first. So we're actually going to be performing this division first. Okay, so we have 4 divided by 8 and then multiplied by 12, and obviously 4 divided itself is 1, and then 4 divide 8 here is 2. So that what we now have is 1 over 2, okay, multiplied by 12, which of course is actually going to be given odd 6. So what do you think about these two methods I've actually used to solve this problem? Which of them do you think is correct? So drop your comment in the comment section, drop a view right there, and then what do you think about this rule, PEMDAS rule? Is there any other rule you can also use to solve this problem? Let me have your thoughts in the comment section, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.